All right, we are back, finishing up with section 2-3 from our text, talking about linear functions. So, we need to know how to write the equation of a line, given, once we find our slope, which we talked about last lesson, and when we have our y-intercept. So, in the first example, it tells us our m equals 2/3, and our intercept, or our point that it's going through, is 0, -5. Remember, that's right on the y-axis then. Again, we want to focus on y equals mx plus b. Now with this, the numbers we have to find are the m and the b value. When we're given this information for letter A, we know we have y, we know we have x in here. Our input and output, that's going to be there. Fill in the m value, 2/3. Fill in the y-intercept. In this case it is -5. And we're done with that problem. We look at the second example. M equals 7 with a y-intercept of 0, 14. Y equals, our slope is 7. So it's y equals 7x. Y-intercept is plus 14. And then letter C. Our slope is -3/5. And our y-intercept is -7. So we can write it as y equals -3/5 x minus 7. So for the next few lessons, we're going to be talking about and finding these things, the slope and the y-intercept, so we can put it in this form. That's so easy to use. Now when we have this information, we're going to start graphing these. But before we do that, what if we have equations that are not in this form? They might be in another form called standard form. So, going along with your notes, we have 3x minus 2y equals 14. Now, we want to get this in slope-intercept form. Right now, it is not y equals mx plus b. Remember, we want to get it in a nice, usable form. If you notice, the y is all by itself. So this is where let's go back how we solved equations in the last chapter to get the y by itself. I know I want y equals something, x plus or minus something. Now, to start this, do we have something being added or subtracted to our y's? Yes, I have a 3x. So again, we go back, we add opposites. Get the x's on the other side. So I'm going to add -3x to both sides. Now these cancel out. Don't forget the -2y there. -2y equals -3x plus 14. Remember, we cannot combine the 3x, or the -3x and 14, because they're not like terms. Now what's this -2 doing to the y? It's multiplying. Which, to undo multiplication, we have to divide everything by -2. Every term, which includes the x's and this constant of 14 over here. Now, we get y equals positive 3/2x. Remember, leave that as a fraction. Do not change them to decimals. And 14 divided by -2 is -7. So, looking at this, our slope value and our y-intercept we can find. Our slope is positive 3/2, so it's going to rise. My y-intercept is -7. So if we want to graph this, and again, I'm just sketching it freestyle, we always start with the y-intercept. It's our starting point. So start with your b value. And our y-intercept goes up and down. So we're going to go down 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Put a point. That's where we start. Our slope is 3 over 2. So remember, we rise up, remember it's rise over run. We rise up 3, and then we go over 2. We rise up 3, and we go over 2. Now this is just a sketch. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I better see something where it is rising. We know this line goes up forever, because that's what all lines do. They go on forever, unless we have some other information about it. So again, positive slope goes to the point of 0, -7, because that's our y-intercept. Okay. So I'm going to do one more, and then we'll work more on these in practice. So, problem B. 6y minus 5x equals 18. At this point, you can stop the video and try solving this yourself, and then come back. So I want to get the y's by themselves. So I'm going to add opposites. Positive 5x to both sides. I end up with 6y equals 5x plus 18. Get the y's by themselves. Divide by 6 to all 3 terms. Y equals, I cannot reduce 5 over 6. Leave it as 5, 6x. But I can go 18 divided by 6 is 3. So, my slope, again, is a positive slope of 5 over 6. My y-intercept is 3, or my starting point. So I'm going to start at a positive 3. Going straight up from the origin. Slope of 5, 6, so we count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Put a point, and again, you really only need 2 points to graph a line, because it goes on forever. Connect your points, and we are done. So to conclude, when we're looking to transfer something from another form to slope-intercept form like this, it looks like it's 2 steps. Add your opposite x's to get them to the other side. Then divide by the coefficient of the y to all 3 terms, and we have our new equation. At this point, you can graph your slope, or you can start with your y-intercept, and then count your slope. Remember, y equals mx plus b. You're going to hear that a lot over the next few months. Get used to it. See you next time.